Okay. Welcome everybody. My name is Apple and this is
Snivy.
This is a podcast where two friends with too much free time just talk about the things they love. So this week's topic is Malaysian Federal Holidays.
Interesting.
It was actually suggested by one of our viewers, Alpha, Bud. And we thought it might be a very interesting topic to talk about because we're kinda uncultured.
I genuinely have lived here in Malaysia for 20 plus years and not know most of the holidays. I just know it's a day for sleep. Let's go.
Yeah, a day for you just rest.
Yeah,
And
to be fair, Malaysia has a lot of holidays across the many cultures that are many type of races that are here. So yeah, definitely.
Yeah. But on this episode, we're only gonna be talking about the 14 main ones that are celebrated across the states.
So basically, we're gonna go through the year calendar-wise and discuss about our thoughts and maybe go through some facts and stuff about these federal holidays that even me and Apple don't 100% know a lot of these origins or why do we celebrate them, because it feels like not everybody celebrates them actually.
Yeah.
You'll be like, oh, it's public holiday, let's go shopping mall.
Yeah. But in Malaysia, a lot of shopping malls, like when it's like a what type holiday, they always decorate it, right?
For the major ones, yeah.
Yeah, I mean even Malacca, like a lot of like shopping malls have like those type of decorations for each holiday, and there's a lot of holidays.
They start
in
playing
Malaysia.
those songs like a month or two ahead of time. Every time like, oh fucking it's October. Oh wait, Hari Raya just ended. Like Hari Raya, the Diwali just ended, and then it's already Christmas songs. Like what?
So the Mariah Carey. Yeah. So Chinese New Year for me is a bit hard to talk about. I mean, considering I'm half Chinese, but like my family doesn't do the whole celebration hua thing, you know. I do get money though. How about you? Order right
the
now.
fuck you like none of the culture but all the benefits. The fuck is wrong with y'all?
I get to eat all the things and stuff, right?
I'm saying you get all the benefits without the culture. Where's the respect for the history? Well, the simple fact is, right, Chinese New Year is always one of the most fun times because it comes in the early parts of the year, either February or January. Generally, those two times. It came on January 17th, I think, last month. In most cases, right, the holiday when it comes to Malaysia is if the workplace is like generally Chinese centric, it will be a week holiday. But if it's a mixed race work culture, it'll be like 3 days max. Mine was like we went back to work on Wednesday, which is day 4 of Chinese New Year. So yeah, we get a decent break. That weekend was like a 5-day weekend for like our fellow non-Chinese friends over there. They don't get the ang pao and the food unless they go to like an open house invitation by like a Chinese friend or something. I think that's also the fun part. You no matter what the race, as long as you have Chinese friend, you can get ang pao too.
Yeah, you can get invited into someone's house also.
That's the person who doesn't have culture at their house. Right. Well, I think Chinese New Year is pretty. Besides the fact the shopping malls having so many decorations, which they put a lot of money into it, naturally, right? A lot of CNY sales and everything. The Lunar New Year is 100% like the biggest time for relatives and friends to meet and hang out after like even like a whole year of not meeting. It's one of the most obviously the biggest culture is reunion dinners, and you pretty much have a reunion dinner almost every single day during the potentially during the 2 weeks of the Lunar New Year celebration. And yeah, it does last kind of 2 weeks because they last up till the full moon, right? From the new moon to the full moon period. There's this like tradition where 15 days of New Year, it's that type of thing. I don't 100% know because we just eat, you know, we're kids. We just eat.
I feel like Malaysian Chinese New Year compared to like China Chinese New Year is really different, right? In China, it's celebrated for one whole month, isn't it?
1 whole month? Crazy, bro. They have too much money to spend.
Well, that's what I heard. You guys can correct me in the comments, but I heard it's like 1 whole month of like gongsi gongsi. Yeah.
Yeah, like you guys with her Hari Raya, Ideal Fitri, you guys can technically, all the discounts last for a whole month, most of them. Especially during Ramadan. During Ramadan, it's like 1 month, and then Ideal Fitri also 1.5 months minimum of like discounts and promotions.
Yeah. But I mean, you have to fast before that.
Do you properly fast?
I do. I fast for like 1 month.
So that's the only culture you properly do the shit with.
I mean, I was taught since I was 5 years old. Imagine a 5-year-old fasting.
Why not, right? They are very fast.
Oh my god. But yeah. In this year, it's actually gonna be very soon, late March, the fasting part.
The fasting season starts around like the 3rd week or the 4th week of March.
Yeah,
Lasting up
somewhere
to like
around
the end
there.
of April, and then New Year, let's go.
Finally.
Where's my ketupat apple?
Yeah,
Can I
your
get a
ketupat.
ketupat?
I'm actually more of a lemang person.
Oh, I mean, same. I prefer lamangs as well, but those are quite
Yeah.
rare from like
Where?
all the parties that I go to. I don't see lemang as often as ketupat. Both
Yeah.
both thematically and physically.
Well, I prefer to eat lemang with rendang, to be honest. That's like my main thing to eat, like Hari Raya parties.
Yeah, that's really good though.
Yeah, I
For those of you
forgot
who
to talk-
don't know, well, explain what lemang is. I think a lot of people might not know what lemang is.
lemang is like, it's kind of similar
Glutinous
to
rice?
ketupat. Yeah, it's like glutinous rice, coconut milk, and salt cooked in hollowed bamboo.
Yeah, it's actually really nice. Again, like you mentioned, going with like rendang. Rendang is like curry chicken with like other extra seasonings and stuff.
Yeah.
And they always go very well, man. Like lemang is like, you eat a lot. You don't get sick of it until you really get sick of it.
Until you're like really, really full and stuff. Because it's
Yeah,
rice.
but there's also so many. Yeah, of course. Malaysia, like
Yeah.
almost everything is carbohydrates.
Since we talked about Chinese New Year earlier, what was your favorite food to eat in Chinese New Year actually?
During Chinese New Year, I would tell you I don't actually enjoy losang as much. You know the yusang,
What?
right? Where everybody
know.
like does that. As a food, it's not that good, okay? Because most places aren't consistent with it. Some places get too cheap, and you want good losang, right? You need to be pricey. You know, like the ingredients need to be good,
Yeah.
right? Like if you want them to be good genuinely, you need like good ingredients. Like maybe they put salmon, they put like other types of
Ooh,
like
yeah, the
more
salmon's
fresh
nice.
ingredients. A lot of places they use pre-packaged stuff, which generally doesn't taste as good, right? So that's the sad part about like having yusheng. But the fun part is when you losang, right? Losang is
Yeah,
like the
yeah.
Cantonese reading of it. Basically, right, you wish everybody and yourself prosperity and like happy earnings and stuff like that for the whole year by raising with the chopsticks. Everybody has the chopsticks, and you raise the vegetables or whatever that's in the losang or the yusang as high as you can while shouting like prosperous phrases. Which I do say the tradition is fucking fun as hell to do.
Yeah.
But as a food, very, very. It's only some places make me go like, ooh, this is not bad, bro.
I really like to eat the crunchy bits in the yusang, not the vegetables. Or is it this thing?
You know, vegetables are the majority, right?
Yeah, I know, but I mostly like to eat this thing. What's this? The crunchy ones.
Just go freaking eat prawn crackers, bro. Just go eat the crackers that they serve on freaking Chinese New Year. Also, the best thing about Chinese New Year is that they have so many people making baked goods, Chinese New Year themed desserts and stuff. That every house every Chinese house will have like containers full of snacks that you can just snack on.
Yeah.
And like for a whole month after Chinese New Year, we're just gonna be eating that, right? Like goddamn, everybody gets fat after Chinese New Year, for real. This is for those Americans. This is basically our Thanksgiving but longer.
True. Instead of being thankful, we wish everyone to be rich.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why we're thankful, because everyone give us money as long as we're not married.
Yeah. When
If you're married, you have to give out money.
Yeah. Never get married.
Apple will probably Apple's gonna try to get a world record on that, I guess.
Yeah. Watch me.
Bruh. We totally skipped out on mentioning Thaipusam in the middle between Ramadan and like Chinese New Year.
Well, I don't really know a lot about it, so you want to elaborate?
Moving on from Chinese New Year, right? The next major holiday, like a cultural holiday, it's a federal holiday, right? It's Thaipusam. Thaipusam is mainly celebrated by the Tamil community as like it's a festival. Imagine it's a festival, right?
Oh yeah, I heard about it. Yeah.
Hindus in Malaysia celebrate this religious holiday which marks the full moon day in the month of Thai, where they offer celebrations to the deity Lord Murugan. So basically, it's a mainly Hindu/Tamil cultural festival. And from what I know, like many central places, let's say like Batu Caves, there's a whole temple on top of the mountain or something. From what I heard, a lot of them celebrate there. Which Thaipusam, every time, they do decorate it around the major like temples, but aside from that, you don't actually see it too much. Thaipusam's main theme is pretty interesting, but mainly because it's Indian based. Like in terms of all the marketing and stuff, which I did did designs for Thaipusam marketing before. But Thaipusam is like a 1-day celebration, so understandably it doesn't hit as hard. Compared to like literally being sandwiched between Ramadan and Chinese New Year. How do you win, bro?
Yeah. That's kind of like it's oof.
But a good Thaipusam festival probably has like parades and stuff. So if you guys see any major events, that would probably be what I expect, right? That said, I don't know the situation post COVID because I haven't really joined Thaipusam festivals actively. I just take it as a break day. So yeah. The festival, like the interesting thing with all the races in Malaysia is just that whenever it's these cultural festivals, you really have to you have to go online and search out where they celebrate, because if not, it's very secluded to one area that you just don't know happen, you know. But the good thing I think is just that Malaysia has, with all the races, we don't actually discriminate like, oh, you can't join us just because you're not this race.
Yeah, true.
You can 100% join us because why not, right?
Yeah.
Unless you disrespect the culture, but most cases we're so chill that we don't really we don't do shit about it. We just want to be there.
We just want to have a good time.
We want to have fun.
Yeah, with everybody.
Yeah. Moving on from that one, the next one on the list would be Ramadan, and Ramadan is obviously the major fasting period, right, leading up to Hari Raya Idul Fitri for the Muslim community. I would 100% say Ramadan is like the most prominent period for everyone. One, because all the Muslim community around every neighborhood, we always set up like pasar malams right before lunch, right before dinner, right? So every major neighborhood or like district will have their own like street stalls, street vendors and markets to serve food for the people who are gonna break fast very soon. So that's the one thing also very good. Morning markets also sometimes might have. That one depends on the district also.
That one's kind of
mainly
rare,
is evening district. Yeah, mainly is evenings street markets. So you can get so much stuff there. Like obviously there's like the fried food, rendang, murtabak, martabak manis, if you want to say that.
No.
Everything is there. Like if sometimes Chinese also sell, but mainly it's meant for the Muslim community. So you mainly find foods from the Muslim culture. And it's just really, really good. You go there, it's like, oh my god, it's a feast for the whole damn month.
Yes.
For the whole damn month. But good thing for you guys don't eat throughout the day, so I can't tell if it's good or bad, to be fair. It's a trade-off.
Well, for me, like after a day fasting, right, you're kind of tired and stuff, right? So like not a lot of people feel like wanting to cook, because like some people like cooking is a chore. So then like you go to like those type of markets there, like pasar malam at night, and they just buy things before your time to break fast, and then it's like it's a whole feast on your table.
You
Got
break fast by
satay.
being slow.
Yeah.
And then like, do you go to prayers before you eat?
We do pray before we eat, but my family personally, we don't really go to the mosque that much. Maybe like
okay.
few times.
Because especially during Ramadan period, right? Every single day the temple like blasts the chants and stuff,
yes.
the prayers, right? Like the
Yeah.
whole neighborhood is just like,
Yeah.
it's time to go home now. Yeah, that's the feeling. So like there is a situation where you don't have to fast, but those are for like let's say chronically ill, traveling, elderly, breastfeeding, diabetic,
If you have
or
your
menstruating.
period. Also,
Yeah, if you have a circumstance, you don't have to fast. Some people be like, today I just cannot fast, bro. I didn't eat breakfast, so they just. Some people can do that because we're now a more liberal society, I guess. If you're like back in the day, you're gonna see this random uncle, Muslim uncle, be like, "Hey, why you eating
Yeah. Actually, when I fast, right, I rarely eat in the morning. Like what? Because I'm not a morning person. I can't wake up like before 6 p.m. No, 6
We know
a.m.
that.
Yeah.
Before 6 p.m. is kind of true. Let's be fair.
Before 6 a.m. So like what I usually do before I sleep, I just drink a lot of water. And then if I manage to wake up like before the sun rises, right, I still drink a lot of water. Or like eat
So
like, a few
basically, you're
pieces of
like a
bread,
fucking bear. Just drink and eat everything and then go to sleep.
hibernate, and then if I wake up, I suffer for like maybe 1 to 4 hours, and then I can finally eat.
Bro, you're kind of playing Ramadan on easy mode if you're going there. You just sleep half of it.
That's like a day where I don't
This
have work,
motherfucker doesn't
okay?
have a life to live, bro. Just sleeps for half of it, and then like, I'm so respecting the culture. I fast, bro. They fast for 12 hours, you fast for 4 hours, technically. Most of that was
Down.
intermittent fasting because you were sleeping.
Not sleeping. Maybe like sometimes I'm just laying down.
Tell me a little bit more about the actual celebratory side of the Hari Raya period.
Ooh, so
I haven't been to enough Hari Raya like celebrations personally.
Well, my family actually used to host like parties before
Damn,
COVID
where's my
times.
invitation?
Hari Raya. Before COVID times. So I was
It's
kind of
post-COVID time now.
So basically, we open our house for people to come in and like our friends and family. Sometimes my teacher comes. That's kind of awkward, but it's basically just a day of like celebrating, eating. Like it's the same as Chinese New Year. It's like a reunion a bit also. You know, I have relatives coming from Sabah to Melaka also. Yeah. And we just. I only can remember eating.
Is that all you can say, bro?
I also get like the
uncultured as hell.
I also get money,
bro.
okay?
This,
I also get
this
money.
person only remembers the money and the food. For fuck's sake.
Well, how do you expect me? I'm
I'm guessing you're the type of person like all the relatives. Okay, we eat together and then you just hide in your room for the rest of the night.
Yes, that's basically me. I'm not
This
that close to my
motherfucker
cousins.
doesn't even take the chance to be like, hey, haven't seen you a long time, wanna play? Or like, wanna hang out? No. Like, oh, fuck y'all, bro. I'ma just go back to my room. I bring some snacks to my room. Maybe some extra chapati's not the right one.
Not
extra
chapat.
I just remember all the menu from Mama's.
Oh my
I
god.
forgot what the roti jala, right. Yeah. Bring some of that into the room and just eat
No,
it with some
we don't have
curry
roti
sauce
jala.
or rendang. Damn.
What we usually have is like rendang, lemang, ketupat. What else?
Rice?
Yeah,
They're all
rice.
rice.
Yeah.
Some
and
fried
then-
noodles?
Yeah,
No?
the fried noodles, what is it? The bihun type? For some reason we have that,
Ah.
you know, the fried bihun.
You know, it's so weird how like why the Muslim community love selling that so much. It's like, you know, they like
Yeah.
kind of like stir fry it with like sambal and stuff like that, and then
Chili
that's it.
padi.
That's it. The whole noodle, like that whole package, just that. It's like, you guys don't put anything inside. Even nasi lemak has an egg.
Yeah, I mean, like, personally, it's
Nasi
not
lemak
my
has
favorite,
nuts.
but I also wonder that a lot. Why do people really like bihun? If anyone can, like, answer.
Like if they are made bad, right? The sambal bihun thing is like dry as fuck. Okay.
yeah.
At least give us some wet sauce. The noodles will
Yeah,
go
yeah,
down
yeah.
better, please. The with the wet rendang sauce is like, oh, it's so good. And then it's not this dry as shit. I'm like, how the hell am I supposed to eat this? I choke on every bite.
Oh my god.
For real, man.
For real, for real.
And that's the cheapest thing on every fucking menu.
Yeah.
Of course, there's nothing there but noodles.
But one of my favorite part of Hari Raya definitely is the snacks. Like my favorite snack from Hari Raya has to be batang borok. Do you know what's that?
Nope.
Ugly stick.
Ugly stick.
Ugly stick. Basically translates to that is this in powdered everything. I feel like I showed somewhere in my food channel on Discord of me and my mother making this. It's really nice. It's like crunchy and then sugary. It's like powdered sugar on top. No, it's
Describe
not powder.
it
It's
for the
powder.
audience who can't see shit, please.
Okay, now I'll put a picture. So basically, it's like the way to make it is like you take the dough, you wet it, you put it around the chopstick, and then after that you fry it. You don't bake it, you fry it, so it becomes crispy, and then you use a mixture of like powdered sugar and what's this? How like kacang hijau?
What is it like? Batang buruk. Is the texture something similar to like a wafer or like a cinnamon stick in terms of texture?
No, it's very
Is
light.
it soft or hard?
It's crunchy. It's not soft. It's I guess hard, right?
Is it like a hard churro?
No, it's not a hard churro. It's not thick. It's very like it's hollow inside. There's nothing
It's hollow,
inside.
but it looks fat to me.
No, this one's untraditional. Okay, it's more like this. You see, it's fried.
Ah.
Yeah. Then it's like a mixture of kacang hijau powder and powdered sugar on top. So yeah, that's my favorite snack
Green
from
beans.
Ramadan. Yeah.
You can't even say green beans.
Green beans. It's not really green beans though. It's like
Kacang
another
hijau is just green beans translated.
No, yeah, but it's not really
What,
like
mung
what the
beans?
typical. Yeah, it's more like
Peas?
mung bean type. So yeah,
So what they look like to me is that in terms of the shape, guys, it looks like long beans in terms of the shape. They kind of look like French fries, but they're probably dessert. So yeah.
it's not really that savory, but it's actually really hard to make. I made this a few times with my family. Usually it's like the girls doing this and then the boys doing whatever the hell they're doing. You know, during Ramadan when like people are cooking and like preparing all the snacks, it's usually the girls. You know, it's like a tradition. It's not anything sexist, but usually you just
No,
see the
that's
boys doing
fair.
whatever the hell they're doing. Yeah.
The men just hang out and drink their fucking whatever the hell while they just wait for the food.
talking. Yeah. But it's actually very tedious to make this because like you can finish this in like this bowl. You can finish it in like a few minutes, right? But then that bowl would take like more than an hour to make. More than half an hour to make. Because it's very tedious. You have to take the dough, make it like a specific size, and then wrap it around the chopstick, and then you have to fry it in like batches. Yeah. So, but it's worth it. It's so good. Yeah.
Yeah, your ugly stick is so worth it.
Yeah, my ugly stick is worth it. I think I've made this one also before. It's kueh bangkit. It's like tapioca starch, coconut milk, egg, and sugar. and then you bake it. It's like it's very chalky. It's not my favorite, but yeah, it's okay. It's okay. The one that we make at our home has like some peanuts inside. It's very messy to eat also. So yeah.
Okay. Anything else you want to share about like Hari Raya? You got anything to share about the culture?
The culture. I'm
There's
not
no
full.
culture in your brain, bro. I told you to do research just for this shit. This is your fucking holiday, bro.
It marks the end of fasting and yeah, celebrations, prayers, charity, social gatherings, festive meals, gift giving, dressing up, lebaran.
It's
Yeah.
funny how you know more about Batang Buruk than your own fucking holiday.
I read it from Wiki.
Bruh. Yeah, I know. It feels like a wiki answer too,
Yeah.
which is completely normal. I would have read it from a wiki too, but I had to search where is the actual thing to say. Okay, but yeah. So in terms of like Hari Raya, Aidilfitri, it's literally the biggest holiday of in Malaysia because we are mainly a Muslim majority country, right? Most of the majority is still Muslim, even though it's quite divided in terms of the races. We are pretty evenly divided between Chinese, Malay, and Indians in terms of Malay Indian versus the Malay Chinese. Fuck, I keep missing the wrong Chinese.
Malay Chinese
Indians,
versus Indian.
The ratio of these two versus the Malay is pretty even. And then there's all the extra races like Kadazan, Iban, all those from the Bornean Peninsula. Is that even the word? The other side.
Yeah.
The other side. Okay, the West.
It's
Malaysia.
not peninsula. Yeah.
We're the peninsula.
Borneo
Right.
/ Kalimantan. Yeah.
Right. And then right after for this year's Ramadan, which ends at April, you can the next one would be Labor Day, which literally starts at like 1st of May every year. That one's the most consistent one, to be fair. Right? That one's pretty much the most consistent holiday. 1st of May, okay, it's Labor Day. So
Yay.
Labor Day, I mean, in the United States probably has Labor Day. I'm pretty sure that's pretty much a relatively global holiday. So probably don't have to say too much about it. It's just a way to celebrate the achievement of workers and let them have a break.
Yeah, the labor union movement and stuff. 8-hour day movement.
Imagine having a movement for workers, man. Asian countries don't do that anymore. We just get exploited, I guess.
Yeah.
And then the next one coming up would be Wesak Day. Wesak Day comes at May 4th, supposedly. I'm not sure. I don't 100% guarantee that happens every single May 4th, but that's what this calendar says. So Wesak Day is basically mainly traditionally celebrated and observed by Buddhists in South Asia and Southeast Asia. And it commemorates the birth, enlightenment, and death. Basically all these it's basically a Buddhist festival in a sense. Right?
Yeah.
Where you pay tribute to a lot of the gods and stuff. But in terms of Wesak Day, again, I think it's very similar in terms of the cultural significance as Thaipusam is for the Tamil and Hindu community. It is a very old tradition, but again, very, very limited to certain places in Malaysia. And unless you're in those general areas, you do not see anything about this,
Yeah. But I do see some of my Chinese friends talking about Vesak days and stuff. My Chinese Buddhist friends.
What do they say about Wesak Day? Don't tell me they say about, oh my god, it's a holiday now. Or are they gonna bow bald?
No, but they don't eat beef.
Those are like actual proper Buddhists.
Yeah.
They're actually religious. I'm just fake. I'm fake Buddhist. I eat beef. I like beef.
You don't eat.
Okay?
Wait, you've never You don't like the Chinese vegetarian places, right?
No.
You don't like it?
No, I like a variety.
those Chinese vegetarian places are actually pretty good, not gonna lie.
I never said they were bad. I just said I didn't like them as much.
But it's like very uncommon to see like what I feel like I rarely, like, all my Chinese friends that I know, they don't really eat like vegetarian, and I'm like, oh, that's interesting, because it's like I feel like I'm gonna get cancelled.
Imagine living in Malaysia and limiting yourself. Like, what is wrong with you? Understand, but like, what is wrong with you? There's so much good food here. And there's so many meat dishes, man. For real. Like, you can't even eat rendang if you're vegetarian, technically. Like, the rendang you get is like pathetic.
Yeah, true, but like, what? Oh no. What my family regularly eats at like Chinese vegetarian places. Like in the morning. Yeah. That's all.
Yeah, because it's halal. There's no
yeah,
meat.
because it's halal. Yeah.
Because it's halal. Okay, time to celebrate Mother's Day. Let's go. Nah, just kidding. Sorry, that's not the federal holiday.
Damn.
Alright, the next one. Next one coming up is on June 6th, is the birthday of Yang Di-Pertuan Agong, which is the supreme head or the paramount ruler of Malaysia, right? Unofficially, the king of Malaysia. So technically, Malaysia does still have a constitutional monarch, right? But they more or less just they help deal with the hard decisions that the people cannot decide with. As example was the elections of last year. They did help in the ruling of like who officially is how they should rule the new government. They don't actually do too much to affect it, but when nobody can fucking get on the same page, they help out.
Yeah.
Right? So besides that, the fact that we have so many like regional holidays based on like birthdays of the king of that state or something like that, it's good for each state. So but I have never ever seen our Agong in my life.
The current Agong is actually the Sultan Abdullah of Pahang, replacing the Kelantan one. The Agong actually like regularly kind of rotates, you know.
It rotates between each like major king of each state, right? Between states.
Yeah. Yeah. So right now it's Pahang. That's interesting.
We should have brought somebody who actually knows this shit, bro. For real.
Honestly, I don't really like care that much about the Agong or whatever Sultan. It's just like, I was like,
Oh, you're just a guy. See, this is how much respect we pay for the people on top, guys. Even government, we actually don't really care about them as people. It's like, oh, your government, you better not fuck up our culture, you better not fuck up the market. That's all we say. It's so funny. Like when it comes to like any ruling figure, as long as you don't screw over our lives, we will be fine with you.
It's actually very interesting because some states don't actually have Agongs, you know? Yeah, Penang, my state Melaka, and Sabah and Sarawak. So yeah, interesting
Malacca
fact.
lives in a free country, not even a country.
Malacca lives in a free country.
Malaysia's Malacca Straits, let's go.
Yeah.
Alright, what is the next one on the list? The next one on the list would be Hari Raya Haji. So this one is... Can
another
you explain
Islam
this
holiday.
one though?
Basically, Hari Raya Haji is like what my family likes to call it is Korban Day. Okay, Hari Korban, the day of sacrifice. Okay, it's like basically it's like celebrating this guy in the text, the Al Quran or something, that gives up his son as sacrifice for something. But basically what we usually do is my family, what I think this goes with like other like Islamic places and stuff, right? It's basically we donate to our mosque there. They get the cow, we sacrifice it, and then we get the beef. That's simplified, you know. And overall, it's okay. It's a nice holiday to just get a lot of beef, even though I don't eat beef.
Get a lot of beef.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what we're gonna get from publishing this episode.
No.
The comment section is gonna roast our ass for the
Okay,
shit.
so wait. I have more information over here. Eid al-Adha, or the holiday of sacrifice, is the second and the larger of the main two main holidays celebrated in Islam. And yeah, basically it's just prayers, animal slaughter, charity, social gatherings.
In terms of celebration, you guys don't really celebrate much, right? This one. Unless you're like really, really religious, I believe.
Yeah. Oh, I've only seen the cow getting slaughtered like one time. So yeah.
Do you get to eat the beef?
Yeah, it's good beef.
Man, now it makes me want to go like, oh, I always want to go to this random day one in the neighborhood. Be like, hey, can I get some beef today?
What? But we usually like donate money like to the mosque first, you know.
Oh, I need to
Because
give
the
ang bao
cow,
to the...
the cow is not free, okay?
No. The
Nothing is
sacrifice
free.
is free. It's free for gods, okay?
No. It's not even your god. What the hell are you talking about?
I am a god. Dun, dun, dun. No, just kidding.
Nah. You are gonna get beef for that.
Let's go.
Probably not the beef.
I'm a god
though.
of bullshit.
So yeah, usually like the day after Hari Raya Haji, my family's freezer is like full of beef.
Damn, can you donate some to me? No, just jokes. Anyway, next one coming up is our Muharram, which is the Islamic New Year.
Yeah.
So there is the Islamic calendar as well. I feel like every major race around the world has their own calendars naturally, right? And the Islamic New Year, our Muharram, do you even celebrate it though?
It's only like one day.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, my mother just randomly remind me, oh, today is what Islamic New Year, where I'm like, oh, goes by my day.
It's funny how the Ramadan is more celebratory than the actual Islamic New Year. The first day of the Islamic year is observed by most Muslims on the first day of the month of Muharram. The reference date of the Islamic area was set at the year of immigration of Muhammad and his followers to Mecca, from Mecca to Medina, known as the Hijrah. Okay, all religious duties such as prayer, fasting in the month of Ramadan and pilgrimage, and the days of significant events such as celebration of holy nights and festivals are calculated according to the Islamic calendar. Well, it's just the New Year. Nothing to say, because for some reason the New Year itself is not celebrated as strongly as the Ramadan period.
Yeah, I feel like it's not that big in Malaysia, this the Islamic New Year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can definitely say I agree. Unless I mean, me and you are not part of the like actual primarily Arabic communities, so 100%. Like if we were, maybe we know more, but I genuinely don't know enough to say.
True. Yeah.
Okay, so next one. If only you can say shit about Sarawak Day, but no, that's not the day we're gonna. Okay, next one I can actually say a lot because it's National Day. Yay! Happy. What's the fucking year? 1957, August 31st was the day when Malaya, the country of Malaya, got its independence from the British. All right.
Yes.
So we studied that shit throughout fucking high school and primary school, so kind of have to know this stuff. It is our Independence Day after all. But the funniest thing about our Independence Day versus like, let's say like America, right, is that we didn't have to fight for our independence as strongly, because even during like, from what I understand, right, even under the rule of British, it was actually relatively peaceful. It's just that I feel like the citizens of the time just wanted to establish themselves as their own nation. That's how I picture it from what I remember. I don't know if you're more cultured on National Day than I am. I don't know. You can tell me about that.
How I see it, the British used to own a lot of like country colonies, right? Hong Kong,
They're
Malaysia.
colonists, bro.
But I feel like they weren't that bad.
They colonized everybody and didn't bring spices back to their country. Their food is like, where's the flavor?
Yeah. I feel like they weren't that bad compared to the other people who invaded Malaysia. Definitely.
Yeah, definitely. That's what I'm saying. British, their rule, right? Their time of rule was actually the peaceful time in terms of like being ruled under a nation. But in terms of like current modern day celebrations, Independence Day is the day when Malaya, the peninsula of Malaysia, right, the East Malaysia, finally got like its own independence. So every single time Independence Day, you can actually go to the major capitals in the country and go watch fireworks, hang out, and like maybe have drinks or something like that. That's how a lot of people go and celebrate. I remember back in the day when I was younger, my family would go to like Putrajaya or Cyberjaya. I don't think it's Cyberjaya. Putrajaya most likely.
Cyberjaya.
To just sit with the like around the car and just watch fireworks. Bro, she's internally laughing at me for saying shit wrong, bro.
Cyberjaya.
What? Cyberjaya is nearby.
It's just so
But
random.
Yeah. It's me and my bird brain. I can't remember. But right after our national day comes Malaysia Day, which is the day when we invited both our Sarawak and Sabah into our independence.
And
right?
Singapore.
We don't talk about that because Singapore kind of got ditched by Malaysia and they went and became one of the highest fucking like first world countries around Southeast Asia, if not the like most economically strongest country here, even though it's a tiny little pea compared to Malaysia.
I'm from C, you're from Singapore. We're different.
Oh my god. Send you back to C, bro. Yeah, if you guys know the story behind Singapore, Lee Kuan Yew kind of like felt very betrayed of like, even though like they wanted to be independent, they want to be part of Malaysia, but Malaysia was like, nah bro, I kind of don't like you guys are taking over too much culturally. I remember that's the narrative a bit lah, right? Because Singapore is still majority Chinese compared to like Malaya, who is majority Malay. I think Sarawak and Sabah is also majority Malay, if I'm not mistaken.
Sarawak, there's a quite a big Chinese population also. Yeah,
that's why I said majority. I actually can't fact check this shit, but the point was that the Malaysia Day is when Malaysia became Malaysia. You know, they evolved from Malaya. Okay, so they're getting like 11 states plus three capitals. Yeah, so that's when our official flag also formed with its 4 red and white lines and its 14 point star. So it's like pretty significant. The interesting thing when it comes to culture wise is just that people just lob like National Day and Malaysia Day together in terms of like this period of time when people just put flags everywhere and all the promotions for Malaysia is like everywhere, you know, everybody's like Malaysia Boleh, which means like like very proud Malaysians. Yeah, but you know, most people just put a flag on the car or like outside the window and like, hey, I'm Malaysian. High effort, guys. Awesome, but definitely there's a lot of flags everywhere, to be fair. So yeah, it's a fun time, but in terms of like celebratory, there's not much to say besides TV scheduled programs.
The parade?
Have you been to one?
No, but I've seen a lot of TikToks of it last year.
Why TikTok? I mentioned TV scheduled programs. You'll be like, oh, TikTok is the one I know from. For fuck's sake.
No, because the Merdeka parade yesterday. Not yesterday.
Yesterday was not a nation.
No. The Malaysia parade, Merdeka parade last year, right? Got kind of viral because of the fireman.
Fireman?
You don't know?
Apple just knows the controversy and the funny shit. Bro.
No, it's not it's not controversy. Basically, it got viral on TikTok because the firemen were a lot more hotter than the police.
I mean, Malaysian police kind of never look that good, to be fair.
Like people like thirsting over like the firemen In
the
the
firemen
parade?
work harder than the fucking police. In Malaysia, the police are known to just fine you, and if not, they take briberies.
Yeah, they take a lot of
They
libraries.
and traffic police is fucking annoying everywhere
The
every time.
JPJ.
Yeah, so police don't exactly have the best rep here. They're not like bad like American police, like generally speaking. But they're not. Do you never feel safe with the police here? You never feel endangered, but you know they're there. They're gonna fucking ruin your fucking mood somehow.
They're gonna ruin your day. Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, that's why it's like, oh, randomly you just driving home as per usual. Suddenly there's a fucking roadblock with police. Like, what the fuck? And now you're fine. You have to pay like $100. So like, what the hell just happened? So yeah, Malaysia
Hide your
Day, I
money.
guess. Malaysia Boleh,
Yeah.
yay! All right, next
Yay.
one. The next major holiday will be moving all the way from August and September all the way to the end of like in the middle of November on average, because every other holiday in between is just like birthdays of random governors or sultans, and well, they're regional holidays, so we're not counting that. But Deepavali is the Hindu major festival of the year, so it's really something special, because I would say culturally Diwali is also about the same level of influence as like Hari Raya, Aidilfitri, and also like Chinese New Year, because you see all the like decorative pieces everywhere, and also all the celebratory like music. Not so much, because Indian music is kind of too unique for like general shopping malls, I believe. Imagine if like walking around the shopping malls like, I'm just saying,
Oh
that's,
my
that's a
God.
joke, guys. That's a joke, guys. But yeah,
Oh my
imagine.
God.
Because I generally like, I just go to my neighbors, like I have an Indian neighbor. I go to his house. The music there is like, what song is this? I cannot recognize shit, bro.
Yeah.
What is
True.
this?
That's so true.
It's like Malay songs in the pop culture scheme. They have a lot of like a little bit of Western influence, but mostly on the rap scene and
Oh yeah.
and the very R&B scene. I feel like they have a lot of R&B type of songs in terms of the Malay like pop song
Yeah.
circle. But when it comes to Indian songs, I'm just like, what song genre is this? I don't
Bollywood.
even know. No, you can't even know if that's true 100%, because what do I know, right? But it's just like, is this a song? Sometimes, or maybe the lyrics is just something I just don't know. But Diwali as a festival is actually pretty interesting. Diwali is a religious celebration in Indian religions. It is one of the most important festivals within Hinduism, where it generally lasts 5 or 6 days in some region of India, and is celebrated during the Hindu lunisolar months of Ashwin.
Another like calendar thing.
Yeah, like I said, every major like religion / like race will definitely have their own like calendar. Diwali symbolizes the spiritual victory of light over darkness, good over evil, knowledge over ignorance. Okay, the festival is we all sound very bored when we fucking read Wiki. This is not a history lesson. We're not trying to do this. But in terms of like the food for Indian foods, it's like definitely really good as well.
Yeah. I love Indian food.
We don't get the. It's funny how they don't serve roti canai on Deepavali.
Stop that.
Hey, it's the fucking most not common Indian food ever. Around like dal and like sambal and stuff like that. Okay lah, let's say lah, if your Deepavali season, what do you get to eat that specifically you know it's Indian? Turmeric rice, basmati.
Pani puri?
I don't even know what that is.
You don't know what pani puri is? I feel
don't.
I feel like that happens a lot in these podcasts. You don't know what this thing is?
No, that's just because you. Hey, you also know. Okay, to be fair, a lot of things I know, I just don't say. You always be like, oh, I say this random thing, and what is that? Nani?
This is pani puri. It's basically it's a very common Indian street food, right? I only ate it like a few times during Deepavali because like my father wanted to try it, and it's pretty good. It's like
no.
how do
I don't think I've
describe
tried
it?
that. You know, I know the reason why I always be like, what is that? Because I never recognize shit for names. I just eat them. I know what they look like. I don't know what they say, what they are.
You just put things in your mouth.
I just know them visually, alright? I recognize things by visuals. But yeah, like
Taste
Indian
ranges.
street food, it doesn't have the same level of like Pasar Malam that Muslim festivals have.
Yeah, it doesn't.
But a lot of restaurants do celebrate quite a bit for Indian like cuisine, especially during Diwali season. I just don't have enough exposure to it to say anything. I just know that all the shopping malls have these Indian Diwali related decorative pieces. I'm like, oh, very nice. I wish I can do it. You know, they have like sand displays and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, I love looking at that. Not sand, it's rice.
It's rice?
It's
Some
rice.
places use... I don't think all places use rice.
I mean, it's traditionally rice, but I've seen mostly rice also.
Yeah, but imagine if you put rice on the floor and this random kid thinks it's actually edible.
That would be... Oh, have you heard of like those type of things where like people just randomly ruin those displays? I'm like, why? Why do you gotta be a
Why?
public nuisance?
Why you do
And, like
this?
people take a lot of time to do those type of displays. Like I've seen some like the Malaysian flag or like traditional like flowers and stuff, and it's very nice to look at. But why would you ruin it for other people? Why?
Yeah, true.
Why you gotta be a nuisance?
The biggest thing is just that like I think any public display, no matter what culture it is, it doesn't even matter if it's a public it's just a public display, then why the hell are you doing anything to it? Like kind of vandalism? Obviously it's
Yeah.
vandalism at that point.
Obviously, yeah.
Naturally. But
Just a shame.
genuinely like just appreciate it and move on, you know, get some grams, you know, snap some pics for the gram.
Yeah.
And just walk off, you know. But I do love how Malaysia really loves, like, a lot of the places love putting the money in to put like displays for people to like take photos and stuff. Malaysians love their gram, okay?
Yeah. So, oh yeah, you wanna know another Indian food I eat?
Mhm.
It's called nasi kanda. It's made by Malaysian
Oi,
Indians.
no
Yeah,
shit, nasi kanda lah.
it's so good. It's like the meal consists of rice, of course, nasi, and a lot of curries, like different type of curries.
It just sounds like any freaking rice dish here in Malaysia, bro. Everybody loves eating rice and curry.
No, but this has like different type of curries. Can you like? There's the black curry, the light curry.
You just remember by how light they are? Oh my god, what is this? Can't you at least say it's like chicken curry, fish curry or something?
Well, to be honest, I don't know what type of curry it is, but it's like different curries for real, for real.
And you comment on me putting shit in my mouth without knowing anything.
At least I know it's a dish.
Everybody know it's nasi kanda. Everywhere they name their store nasi kanda something something. Okay.
Yeah, but I never really go to those type like chain ones.
Apple's
like it's not
too
that
fat.
good.
Apple's too knowledgeable to go to those normal shit places.
Okay, if you want to know where the best nasi kanda is, it's not those chain ones. You have to go to Alo Star near Penang.
Imagine going to Penang just for food. says the girl that doesn't drive.
Penang
If
has
you
a
were the
lot
one
of
driving, you wouldn't say this.
Yeah. I
Let's
mean,
just wait
I
till
would
Apple
go.
can finally drive. You would go, but how often?
How often? Maybe like once a month.
Once a month is a lot, bro. What the hell?
I mean, that's how I regularly go.
That's because somebody drove you there and also you're obliged to go because you had work.
Yeah, but yeah.
Anyways, that is pretty much most of the major holidays from the Malaysian calendar.
Christmas.
There are a lot more. I mean, do you want to count Christmas? There is a big Christian community here. But
Yeah.
I'm not one of them, and Christmas is just a time where we fucking get gifts. Do you get any gifts on Christmas, Apple?
I used to.
Good thing. all the Christmas gifts went to freaking ang pao money lah. Don't need Christmas.
Yeah lah.
So yeah, anything else you want to mention about the Malaysian like landscape of culture and like the calendar itself?
Honestly, it's really cool living in a country that has multiple cultures, like all like a mixed hot pot type of thing, you know?
We're just a hot pot, bro. We are
We're
just
just a
the
hot
next
pot.
fucking nabe.
We're just a hot pot of many cultures and cuisines, and yes, it's pretty cool sometimes.
Like genuinely,
Sometimes.
if you're somebody who visits, if like I really do understand where like people who migrate here has when their perspective. It's just that this place is just very very lax as a culture, right?
Yeah.
And all the food is delicious. The price of living is relatively cheap compared to any first world country. So
Yeah.
I definitely can promise that if you are like coming here for a holiday, eat as much as possible. I can say you definitely need like 2 weeks to be here to like try most of the major dishes. But I'm telling you, you will not be able to finish that checklist no matter what on your first try. It's like an
Yeah.
amusement park, bro. You go in there, even if you plan the whole thing, you might just tire out from eating everything. So plan it out, you know, get some of the big stuff. Like let's say if you come to Malaysia, you find Chinese cuisine, get some good old bak kut teh, you know, get some
Yeah.
if you're here on Chinese New Year, do definitely do the lo sang. It's very fun, you know. Join in on like a family gathering, like if it's a like a big family gathering where they go to like any place that serves like a relatively pricier place, like a higher end restaurant where they have like a course meal type of thing, you know, where they have like a set meal. You know, a lot of places that have
You're
Chinese
going
New Year
to
packages,
Din Tai
right?
Fung? Huh?
A lot of restaurants love serving like Chinese New Year package deals.
Yeah.
Where you're basically getting a full set set meal that's you get rice, noodles, you get different like side dishes, and obviously a dessert at the end as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, those are the type of places I often go. Like every year, my extended family would definitely like have that type of dinner on Chinese New Year. And obviously, if you guys can meet people around, there's definitely gonna be some places where they might have open houses, or even on like Hari Raya, for example.
Yeah,
And
but
especially come visit like during the Ramadan season.
Yeah.
Every day, 5 to 7 p.m. All the food stores everywhere. You can find real good food
Yeah.
for real cheap.
for real.
Yeah, so I wouldn't 100% say the holidays are the part of the culture, but the holiday seasons, right, do bring a lot of like good eating. Okay, good eating. Just come here to eat. That's all you need to
Good
do.
eating and good moods by the locals when it's holiday season.
Yeah, so for real
Yeah.
though, if you guys are ever visiting Malaysia, make sure to check these out. If you're truly interested in the culture, don't find people like us who can say shit about your culture, about our own
Yeah.
culture. Please find somebody who actually knows this shit,
I'm a hermit.
and maybe do some research. And I'm pretty sure you're gonna be like amazed by what kind of cultured festivals there are. Because there genuinely is very very nice cultures around here. Just that me and Apple, we're kind of like indoor types. Don't see enough of the world to say 100% what happens in the world. But this is definitely a good suggestion. Thanks Alpha for suggesting this a topic for us. All you got from this is probably just us being you're probably disappointed at us, like what the fuck are you guys not know shit about our own country? Probably.
No.
But we already warned you. We don't know shit.
Yeah, we don't know shit.
And I hope you had fun seeing us flounder around just talking about food majority as per usual.
Yeah.
So yeah, anything else you want to mention to the fans?
Ooh, can I have a tangent bit?
Yeah?
Every time during Hari Raya, alright, for some reason, my mother likes to dress us up as in baju kurung. Like we only wear the baju kurung one time a year, and that's like Hari Raya, the day that we celebrate it, right? And like we take a picture as a family, and then boom, back in the closet it goes. Like we don't even return
Baju
it.
kurung on New Year's is so normal. We used to also do like, you know how you're wearing cheongsam and stuff, you know, the traditional
yeah.
Chinese like clothing on Chinese New Year. When I was younger, we used to do that. But everybody's like, why not just get stylish clothes like every New Year season and you just wear that?
Yeah.
So you do that.
But like my mother still insists baju kurung every year, new color.
No,
as
I would
a
still
family.
insist because if you're in the Muslim community, I would say baju kurung, wear it once. That one is like more comfy than a fucking cheongsam or a fucking.
No,
like,
it's
traditional
not.
Chinese.
Baju kurung is not comfy at all.
It's comfier.
I mean, for me personally, I don't like any of like the beads and stuff on.
You
baju
just wear
kurung
shorts
stuff.
and jackets and shit. What the fuck lah? Anything is less comfy than that, okay?
Oh my god.
Everything is less comfy than that.
I've wear a
Please, your
cheongsam
argument
before.
it doesn't hold any ground.
I've wear cheongsam before, okay, and cheongsam's honestly okay. But baju kurung is still like. I mean, maybe I'm just very short, but it's like always so hard to walk in that slack thing.
Yeah, that's definitely
skirt.
because you're short.
God damn.
Not because of the baju kurung, bro. Don't blame it on the shirt. You get longer legs.
Yeah, but that's like one part that I'm like not really looking forward to.
Why does your mother not get you a baju kurung that actually fits in terms of your length wise? Why cannot
Because it's hard.
cannot like fix it to your size?
I mean she does, but like,
And it's still too long?
yeah.
Why?
Yeah,
How
just
short did you
weirdly
need it? Mini skirt short?
No, not that. At least like covering my
Knee length.
knees. Yeah,
Yeah. Sounds about right.
to my calf.
Till the day when you can actually pick your own baju kurung, maybe something might change.
I don't like wearing baju kurung. That's all.
Hey, if you imagine, if your mother forces you to get one no matter what, at least if you make your own choice, you're gonna know it's good, right?
I guess I have to match their color scheme always. They always have like a different color scheme every year.
Okay, that one is just fancy. But you say you store it. You don't wear the same one next year?
No, we buy a new one every year.
Why? How much is
Exactly.
one usually?
Like I don't know. I don't know how much my mother spent. 500 on like a.
One? On like one
no,
or
not
like
one,
a set?
not one. Not a set. Maybe
All of it.
My family is like 1, 2, 3, 6 people. 500. Not that bad.
6,500. I mean, for clothes you only wear one time, it's pretty bad.
That's what I'm talking about. I don't. And then like I still have like baju kurung from like when I was like so young.
You need
4
to
to 8
donate
years
them,
old.
bro.
Yeah.
Why you still keep them? You can't even wear them. You can only
No,
put your
it's like
foot
in
inside.
bins. Yeah. I don't remember. Did we donate them? So that's my tangent of baju kurungs. Do you use your family no longer wear like the traditional clothes?
No. They're
When did you stop?
I think we stopped around like at most when I was 12, like about more than 10 years ago. Because like they weren't the best financial decision every year. Like they do look nice, but like my mother's part of the fashion industry, right? So she obviously like it's not that it doesn't look nice. It's just that she'd rather buy clothes that you can wear whole year round.
Yeah.
During the Christmas season to New Year season, right? All the sales period is all there. So you buy the clothes for a relatively cheap price compared to their original price, right? So you buy them, you can get them, wear them for like a reunion or whatever, gathering or whatever, and you look good. And you can still wear those clothing outside of that time. So, you know. So is that it for today's episode, Apple?
I guess so. Wow. It's
It's
we
a
had
fair
fun.
length. It's not bad.
Yeah.
I'm
did you
really
have fun?
thinking hard how to edit this episode to make it sound interesting.
Yeah.
There's so many
Good
silence.
luck.
Every time I stare at Apple stares at me. It's like, what are we gonna say now? Alright guys, so if you guys want to support our content for this dumb shit, do suggest some topics down below in the comments. We would love to have them. Especially, this was a pretty interesting episode. If only we were more diligent in the fucking studies. But yes.
Yeah.
Also, if you want to support us, do go on Ko-Fi. You can donate to us, and you get like earlier access. I promise earlier access, not early access, because now we're trying to get the buffer up and running. There's no buffer.
Oh, yeah.
Every time I get the episodes recorded, I only have like a week. The fuck. Okay. So yeah. Also, if you guys want to listen to this podcast instead of watching it, you can watch on YouTube or listen on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and every other podcast platform. Link to our Anchor. And if you guys want to follow us on our socials. Apple streams, you know.
I stream.
You can plug it now, Apple.
Yeah, I usually stream, but my streams will continue. I'm currently on a bit of a break because there's a lot of things happening nowadays. So yeah, look forward to my streams in March.
Just know it's Overwatch 2 for most of it. Either that or Genshin.
Yeah, or just like a game that I really wanted to play and stuff.
Yeah, that's why I said majority. But yeah, so everything, you guys can find us on socials. Like she's like on Twitter, especially Twitter, IG, anywhere is fine. And we're Too Much Free Time. Apple, just do the outro. Let's go.
So that's it with today's episode on Too Much Free Time podcast. I'm Apple.
And I'm Snivy.
Okay, hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you next week.
Bye bye.